ever wondered whether your compostable cups are really compostable? Today, we put that question to the test. Here we have 3 different 8-ounce cups. One is fully certified compostable. The other is 100% not compostable. We don't like this shit. And the other is unknown to us. So we're gonna find out if this brown cup, this brown looking cup, is really compostable. Let's get started. So today we're going to be working with something called caustic soda, also known as sodium hydroxide, and clearly written is the word poison. That means we're going to have to get into our safety gear. Let's go. As a biomed student, I always come prepared. So here we've added 4 ounces of caustic soda or sodium hydroxide and 8 ounces of water. And now we're just going to stir that through. And we're just going to continue to stir that up until it's completely dissolved. Now we're just going to put the solution over a stove and wait until it boils. So the black cup is not compostable and the white cup is completely compostable. Our water is boiling up well, so now we're going to put it in. So this is very interesting. The compostable cup seems to be breaking down quite well. Or perhaps they look the same. We'll just give it some time and see what happens. After 5 minutes, you can clearly see that the white compostable cup is breaking down quite rapidly compared to the black non-compostable cup. And if we just poke it a little bit, you can see that it's quite flimsy because it's breaking down so much. Whereas if we poke this cup, it's still, see that sound? It's still quite hard. It's not breaking down at all. However, the inside is breaking down a little bit. This is the final result. Now, if we take a closer look at our 2 samples, it's extremely clear that sample A, the compostable cup, has turned quite brown, whereas the black non-compostable cup has eroded, but it's obvious that it is not compostable. The reason why it's eroded so much is that, of course, we are working with poison, and at the end of the day, the cup is still made out of paper. It's just whether it's PE coated or PLA coated. That makes the difference. Now it is time to test our unknown cup. Is this cup compostable or not compostable? This experiment will tell us. Five minutes has passed and we do see some eroding, as with all of the cups so far. However, it's still quite hard. Compared with the compostable cup, which dissolved on its own, this one needs a little bit of poking and pressing to fully submerge it to decompose. In this last experiment, we are going to submerge both the compostable cup and the unknown cup together at the same time to see what happens. So we actually had to cut down the compostable cups so they would both fit in and both be exposed to the same amount of sodium hydroxide in the same amount of time. Now it has been 5 minutes, and if we look up at the unknown, it seems to not be quite broken down. In fact, it's extremely similar to the non-compostable cup result. If we lift up the compostable cup, you can see that even the lid has broken down and detached from the body of the cup. In just a few seconds, you could see that the compostable cup has completely broken down, whereas the unknown is still breaking down and the base has not even been detached yet. What can we conclude from our results? In the first experiment, we had the compostable cup versus the non-compostable cup. As you can see, the compostable cup has completely broken down and even the base has degraded completely. If we look at the non-compostable cup, the base is still intact. In the second experiment, we had our unknown cup and the compostable cup. This is the unknown cup flipped twice so that both sides were exposed to the sodium hydroxide. However, these two unknown cups still had the bases intact, indicating that they are very similar to the non-compostable cups as compared with the compostable cups. Okay, so that concludes our experiment for today. I think it's safe to conclude that these brown looking unknown cups are non-compostable. Thanks, guys.